Truth is absolute.
Heart.
Exhilarating hearts.
America.
Reawakening America.
Good day, U.S. of A. We're here to affirm truth is absolute, tell stories that accelerate the heart, and reawaken the good people of America. This is Comer and Way.
Well, hey friends, how's everybody doing today? It's good to be back. We're here with another episode, and Tim and I are just excited to bring another cool message to you.
Yeah, Dave, man, we're here at episode 9 already. This is great. You know, I just was looking at where we're at on the website, and, you know, we're making some good progress, and, man, good things are happening.
So today we want to talk about the Leatherman.
Yeah, if anybody knows me, I'm pretty much a handy guy.
True.
I wear this great thing called a multi-tool, and when I don't have it on my side, I actually kind of feel naked, you know, because I go to reach for it, and then all of a sudden I panic a little bit. Where's my multi-tool?
Even when you're at home watching TV, you have to wear it.
Well, yeah, I do wear it around the house on the weekends. I actually do. So
It's pretty good.
It's become a part of me. You know, most guys who work with their hands, they'll know what a multi-tool is. And it got to me to thinking, this thing is called a Leatherman. And I'm like, it's interesting how men parallel a tool.
Yeah, because the Leatherman has like a knife, a saw, a file, pliers, screwdriver, and you can do all kinds of different jobs with that.
Yeah. What is a true man? I thought men are like a Leatherman. It's like men need to be multifaceted, like a multi-tool. You know, we need to be able to be adaptable to handle, different tasks and circumstances, ever ready and prepared for whatever we face.
Yeah, it's so true. And like men should have a soft side.
Yeah.
You know, that they treat their women. But at the same time, they should be violent if they need to protect their family.
Right.
You know? And a man should be able to get under the car and get dirty, or get in the yard and get dirty, and then be able to get up and open the door for a lady.
Yes.
You know? Mm-hmm. So that's man to me.
Mm-hmm.
To be able to go back and forth where you need to, and to be able to adjust for the situation, and not just be the brute, and not just be the pansy.
Yes, what are men equipped with? Men are made of muscle and are the vessels of strength.
Yeah.
We need to have the endurance, the resilience, and the strength to be able to handle physical work.
Yeah, that's so true. So true.
You look at how many guys today, they can't even do a pull-up. They can't even do a push-up anymore.
It's true. It seems like the more modern man is like too fat and too lazy, and then you got the opposite spectrum, which they're just disconnected from the family or just abusive to the family.
Right.
And that's not a man. That's just someone that's out of balance.
Right.
That's where you end up getting yourselves in trouble, and then there's domestic problems, and then divorces. Well, if the family unit is out of balance, like, neither party can be happy, because men and women are supposed to work together. The modern man's a pansy.
Yeah. You see a movement today of how men are being attacked.
Yeah.
I call it, the pussification of men.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Feminism has been allowed to castrate men into nothing more than just beasts of burden.
Yeah.
The justice system and the legal system and the financial system is all warped into, and it's been weaponized to enslave men, to cater to women.
Yeah. It seems like recent history to me, but it could be longer, that all of a sudden the man was just too powerful. He could do all the jobs, and the woman or women just decided, hey, you know what? We don't feel adequate to a man, and we can do what a man can do, and you can't tell us otherwise. And who told them they couldn't? They can.
I mean, you read throughout history, there are so many women who have been, enslaved, and,
Mm-hmm.
they have been abused. They have been it's gone in the complete opposite direction.
Yeah.
Now women have used the systems around them to empower them to a point where now they enslave men.
Yeah. And it's interesting to talk about how that enslavement happened in history. I mean, you look at the Middle East, we still have that situation with women where they're just so abused.
It's still there. Right.
I don't see women that way. I think we are equal. I just think we have different jobs and responsibilities, and if women want to be construction workers, go for it.
Right.
If you want to be a boxer, go for it. Do whatever you want to do, but don't blame me for holding you back because I'm there to cheer you on.
Yeah.
And it seems like now in society, like how the modern man has been kind of feminized and like even in the clothes we wear.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm not going to get onto people with man buns, but I wouldn't do it.
I would cut them off.
Like, you can't see me right now, but I kind of dress the same my entire life.
Yeah.
Basically, I could walk into church right now, or I could go on a hike.
Yeah.
So I have jeans, a t-shirt, a hoodie, and like hiking shoes, right? That's just me. I would never, like, I don't wear flip-flops. You know, I don't wear tan or like green shorts and frilly willy. I don't know. The men clothes nowadays just don't suit me.
Or skinny jeans.
Oh my gosh. No.
Like, are you kidding me?
No, please. And I don't wear pink.
What? Dave.
Or light green.
Dave, come on.
No, thanks. So I think some of that pansifying has broken down like the family model. Because the women aren't getting the man they need. They're getting a male.
Right.
But they're not a man.
Well, I mean, you look, especially in movies today, you look how the women are becoming the badasses now.
Yeah.
You know, they're the ones, you know, who are the fighters, the warriors. Yeah. And it's like the roles are being reversed. Uh-huh. You know, men are wearing makeup and getting, you know, their nails done and what happened?
Yeah.
Now look at pictures out of men out of the 20s, 30s, and 40s, you know, and they're in suits and these hats and, you know, they're gentlemen, you know, and it's like there's a great book called The Man of Steel and Velvet. The man is on the outside. He's a hardened vessel. We were created as the vessels of strength. He's power under control.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
You know, and to his wife and to his family, he's soft. Mm-hmm. He's velvet.
Yes.
You know, he's got that compassion that he wraps his heart around his family, and he uses his body as a tool to protect and provide for them.
I think part of the problem is like men don't find themselves.
Yeah.
I think men were meant to be in the wild a portion of their life, you know, out hunting, alone.
Yeah.
With their thoughts, and we really don't get that anymore. We drive to work, we have the radio on. We don't really get into nature where we really find our vibes.
Right.
You know, when it's quiet, like this Holy Spirit can speak to us, and we never really get in that quiet part. Even in your house, you can't get there because you can be distracted by everything. But if you're in the woods or out in nature or something like that, you get back to yourself and you get to find that strength that's in you.
Well, I come from Idaho, and most of the state is still wide open country, and there were a lot of times I'd go out completely by myself.
Yeah.
One weekend, I went out there with just a knife and an axe, and I wanted to know if I could survive on my own.
Yeah.
You know, and I went, you know, I hunted, and I was able to trap a rabbit, you know, and I was able to build a fire, skin it, roast it on the fire, and eat it. You know, and then I was able to, you know, find some water. It had, you know, during the summer it had rained, and, you know, I was able to find these pockets of water in the rock, and so I was able to do that. And I come back knowing that, okay, if I had to, I can do this.
And that was probably really rewarding.
Yeah.
But I would feel like it's so much more rewarding to hunt and bring home that food to your family than to just go to the grocery store, which is zero reward and probably frustrating.
You're right.
So I think that reward a man gets for actually really providing, we don't get that anymore.
No, I mean, there are so many boys out there who don't have a role model. They haven't learned the lessons from these other men who have had those experiences and who knows what it means.
Yeah, and that's the breakdown of the family again.
Yeah.
When you don't have a father, I mean, it causes tons of problems.
They don't even know how to change a tire on a car.
Yeah, true.
You know, they don't know how to shoot a gun.
Yeah.
They don't even know how to build a fence or dig a hole or all these things that used to be basic everyday knowledge that you had to do to survive. These guys don't know how to do it anymore.
Yeah, a lot of youth aren't even sure where milk comes from or where the food from the grocery store comes from.
Yeah.
It doesn't just magically show up, and there's no like beef plant that you can grow. I have a few stats about like the youth that grow up without fathers. And it's, to me, the family model is, it's God's plan. Mm-hmm. He wanted a family, so he created a model that could essentially grow him a giant family.
Sure.
You know? And when that model breaks down, there's problems. And
Right.
just listen to a couple of these things because it's pretty amazing. Like, so 63% of youth suicides come from fatherless homes. That's more than half.
Man.
So, and 90% of homeless and runaway children are fatherless homes. That's almost all of them.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yep.
85% of children who show behavior disorders come from fatherless homes.
Mm-hmm.
And here's one that's amazing. 80% of rapists with anger problems come from fatherless homes. That's a huge deal.
Man. Wow.
Because you don't have a father to be that role model and to give you structure.
Mm-hmm.
You just go off the wall. And then 71% of high school dropouts come from fatherless homes.
Wow.
It's so important, that family unit and the father, and to be that man, to be that pillar of stability
Yeah.
for children and for sons,
Mm-hmm.
to have that role model. I believe that men are teachers.
Mm-hmm.
They teach like their wives. They can teach neighbors. They can teach children, their friends' children. And they should be passing down the knowledge they have and the skills they have so that the next generation can, like you said, change the tire, change a light bulb, maybe replace a light switch, just simple tasks.
Yeah.
And they should know, if they don't know it, they should know how to go get the knowledge.
Right. You know, so many of the boys today, they don't have that model. They don't have anybody, an example that can instill into them, and so they're left out to flounder on their own. And a lot of times, they're raised with single moms who have no idea what it means to be a man. So how in the world can she teach this to her son?
Yeah, I don't think you can. I think you got to have that male influence regularly.
Yeah. That brings it to another point of how the trades today are suffering a shortage of men.
Yeah.
Our society and our education system are actually teaching against going into the trades.
Yeah.
And all the trades are the business of providing for basic needs. You know, it's, construction for housing. It's, plumbing for the infrastructure for our toilets and the waste systems of, cities and all that. It's, electricians to provide the power to all our homes that we run on, the heat. And basically we got a skills gap now because there are no men out there to fulfill these positions.
Yeah, a lot of the male-dominated jobs, society's like, oh, we need more women there.
Right.
And it's like, in my opinion, fine. But
if a woman wants to be in that, more power to her.
yeah.
It's men who have built society.
Yeah.
Feminism just can't stand that.
Yeah. Yeah, men may have built society, but women helped keep it together.
Right. I mean, that's a mutual partnership.
Yeah.
We built it, and the women can care for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
I don't know. Because women didn't build it. One thing, too, that I'm pretty strong about a man is that if you make a commitment and you make a promise, do your best to keep it. Like, it's so easy. Like marriages now, if you don't feel in love, I guess we fell out of love. That's stupid. No, a man goes, no, we may be in a struggle, but we're going to fix this. We're going to figure out how to do this, and we're going to stick together. I think that's what a man does.
Right.
A pussy says, let's get divorced.
Right. He finds the easier way out.
Yeah.
How society has twisted everything into, where men are becoming women, women are becoming men, and no wonder everything's all messed up because people don't have the identity of who they are. Since God and his word is thrown out, they don't believe his definitions and what he says about men and women.
Yeah.
One reason why divorce is such an issue is because, men look to the women to fill that spot and vice versa. And when they start not fulfilling their happiness, then they start blaming each other.
Yeah.
So you're not making me happy anymore. What happened to our happily ever after?
Yeah.
That person was never meant to fill that place in their heart.
Yeah, that's a God-shaped void that a woman can't fill.
Yeah.
God has to fill it. And as he fills it for you, then you're equipped to fulfill her. The same with the woman.
Yeah.
And we've gotten away from that model. Like the Adam and Eve model, we're not doing it anymore. We're going off feeling. We're going off an emotion.
Yep.
And if the emotion changes, well, I guess it's different now.
Yeah.
You choose how you feel,
Yeah.
believe it or not. It's not wired into you. And you choose what you think, and what happens, the outcome of that leads to the emotional thing. And I think that's one way that, like, psychology has, like, taught us to like follow our emotions and stuff.
Yeah.
With society now, when the adults are confused about who they are, the kids are going to be confused on who they are.
Right.
And then you're going to have some of this weird gender stuff go on where people aren't sure of their gender because they've been so confused and so conflicted without having an identity. And we're seeing that so much today.
I never thought we would ever have to have the discussion of the fact that there's only two genders, Dave. You said it's about feeling. Oh, I feel like a woman today.
And tomorrow maybe you feel like a man.
Yeah, no, maybe tomorrow. I just heard on the radio here a bit. This guy now, he was a woman, turned herself into a man, and now he wasn't happy with that, so he turned himself and calling himself an alien. He shaved off his eyebrows, removed his nipples, and now he's calling himself an it.
Well, I think that we shouldn't allow aliens.
Dave.
So he needs to go back to his home planet.
Are you a speciesist?
Yeah. That's a new thing. Yeah, it just comes back to not knowing your identity. If you knew who God created you to be, if you could see that,
Yeah.
you know.
It's amazing about how all this comes back down to the heart, you know, and how the ills of this country is all about realizing who you are.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, God and history are being thrown out. So how in the world can any of us figure out who we truly are?
And God created men to be men.
Right.
And women to be women. And
Exactly.
put that together, and it's a really awesome thing. And if you put it out of balance, you create chaos.
Right.
And create problems. And you could reduce crime by simply getting back to that main model.
That's what the enemy has done, is he's destroyed the identity of the sexes now.
Yeah.
Destroyed the identity of the family. And so there's nothing to hold on to anymore. So, yeah, it's all chaos.
Yep. Chaos.
So, Dave, what can we do to kind of help push us in another direction?
Well, I think the first thing we do is we be an example.
That's right.
And we talk about it.
That's right.
And encourage other people.
Yep.
But I think being an example and letting other people see it would inspire them.
Yep.
I think that's the main thing, is to see it. To understand what a man is, you need to see it. That's why you have a family, so you can have everything modeled for you as you're growing up.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's what we do. And we don't focus on the big picture. We focus on the little picture,
Right.
The neighborhood,
Right.
The community.
I mean, who is it that's around you that you can pour into?
Right.
I mean, one example for me is I've got a roommate. He's a young kid,
Yeah.
and he doesn't know how to do much.
Yeah.
His car's broken down, so I've been able to kind of help him figure stuff out.
Yeah.
He didn't have that at home.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just amazing that, you know, I'm just an older guy now, and I have a knowledge, and I am helping him understand how to work on his own car.
Yeah.
Once he gets that fixed, he's going to have that feeling of accomplishment.
And he's going to want it again.
He's going to want that again.
Yeah. True. Good stuff.
So, America, man, thanks for tuning in again. Thanks again for listening. And, boy, we sure hope you're enjoying what you're hearing. Hey, leave us some feedbacks. We're going to have a website up real soon. Thank you again.
All right.